The commencement exercises of Northeast College of Health Sciences are officially opened. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Ann Killen, Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay, all right. Welcome to the commencement exercises of the Northeast College of Health Sciences. Graduates, family, and friends, please remain standing for our national anthem. Thank you. As many of you know, this week we lost a member of our community, a promising chiropractic student who is gone far too soon. I'd like to ask that you join me in a private moment of reflection as together we mourn that loss. Thank you. You may now be seated. I would like to now introduce Dr. Allison Stokes of the Women's Interfaith Institute, who will deliver the invocation for us this morning. Dr. Stokes?
Friends, we are gathered today for a long-anticipated commencement ceremony. Coming from near and far and from different religious and spiritual practices, we gather today as a united community. I invite us to begin by lifting our hearts and minds in gratitude. Let us give thanks for this new day, for the earth that sustains us, for life itself, and for the healing power of love. Let us give thanks for the hard-earned achievements of our graduates, especially during the challenges of a worldwide pandemic and our fast-changing times. Let us give thanks for the treasured family members and friends who have nurtured, supported, inspired, and loved these graduates. For the faculty, administrators, counselors, and trustees, the dedicated persons who teach, lead, support, and guide this historic institution. For Northeast College's healing mission, and especially for the college's strength, endurance, and receptiveness to ever-unfolding knowledge. Finally, we lift up in gratitude the memory of friends and loved ones gone before, the blessings of human resilience and compassion, and the many ways we personally feel blessed. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Stokes. It is my honor to introduce the president of Northeast College of Health Sciences, Dr. Michael A. Meston. Undertaking the duties of presidency on September 1st, 2017, Dr. Meston has been with Northeast College of Health Sciences since 2002, serving as a faculty member, department head, dean, as well as the executive vice president and provost. A second-generation chiropractor, Dr. Meston completed a full-time, 3-year diagnostic imaging residency after earning his Doctor of Chiropractic degree. He became a board-certified chiropractic radiologist and practiced chiropractic in his father's practice, maintained a private practice of radiology for 10 years, and served on the American Chiropractic College of Radiology's Executive Committee for 6 years, 2 as its president. Understanding the need for a broader perspective on academic administration, Dr. Meston studied higher education leadership, earning Masters of Science and Doctor of Education degrees in higher education administration. Dr. Meston is committed to advancing the college's quality and reputation as a premier educational institution and preparing students to become evidence-informed, people-centered practitioners in a competitive and highly transformative environment through a full range of complementary academic programs. It is indeed my pleasure to introduce our president, Dr. Mike Meston.
Thank you, Dr. Killen. Distinguished guests, members of the faculty and administration, graduates and guests, welcome to the July 2022 commencement ceremony. It is now my pleasure to introduce members of the Board of Trustees who is in attendance with us this morning. Dr. Rick Rosa, our chair. Mr. Randall Gensler. Dr. Charles Ventresca. We are privileged to have our 4th president attending today's ceremony, Chancellor Dr. Kenneth Padgett. We are also privileged to have the 5th president of Northeast College of Health Sciences attending today's ceremony, President Emeritus Dr. Frank J. Nietzsche. I'd like to direct your attention to the commencement program to familiarize yourself with the names of the administration and their respective positions. I would now like to ask the administration to stand and be recognized. I would also like to recognize the Grand Marshal for today's commencement ceremony, Dr. Hunter Molen. It is now my privilege to thank those men and women who have contributed so much to the education of our graduates. Attending today are the faculty of Northeast College of Health Sciences who are nationally renowned and among the finest in the world. Faculty, please stand and be recognized. I would once again like to reintroduce Dr. Rick Rosa, Chair of the Board of Trustees, who will offer greetings from the trustees. Dr. Rosa.
Thank you, Dr. Meston. I see it truly as an honor, as a member of the Board of Trustees of Northeast College, to welcome you to these commencement exercises. I thought this might be an appropriate time to tell you what the Board of Trustees does, because When I sat in those seats, I had no idea what these people did behind the scenes. And to be honest, I probably didn't care because I was focused on my exams and boards. We are a collection of volunteers, chiropractors, lawyers, bankers, businessmen and women that provide oversight to this truly amazing institution. We meet several times a year and use all of our intellect, instinct, and heart in an effort to help guide the college and provide the best environment, education, and experience for the Northeast College student. I can tell you that we all deeply care and are very proud of each of your individual achievements. This moment right now that we are in is a powerful one. In the book Power of Moments by the Heath brothers, they talk about how we mark our lives by these moments. How we have so many between the ages of 15 and 30, and how our brains use these moments to mark our lives. The Heath brothers use the acronym EPIC: elevation, pride, inspiration, and connections to describe what makes a powerful moment. And I believe today's celebration will create each of these elements for everyone. This beautiful stage will literally and figuratively elevate you. You should feel great pride in all the hard work and sacrifice that you've done that has brought you here today. We sincerely hope you are inspired by today's speakers, and we have gathered together your friends, family, and faculty that you have created deep connections with, all in an effort to not only mark this a great achievement, but create one powerful moment. In closing, I would advise to try and slow time down. Look at the details of the day, the flowers on the stage, the colorful robes, the smile on your friends' faces, the tear in your parents' eye. Hold that hug for a few seconds more and make today a powerful, epic moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rosa. It is now my pleasure to begin the presentation of awards to recognize members of the Doctor of Chiropractic graduating class for achievements in academic excellence and clinical excellence, as well as service to the college. I have the distinct honor to present the first awards. The Alumni Class President Award is presented to a graduate who has served as class president for a minimum of 2 trimesters while a student at Northeast College of Health Sciences. The recipient of this award is Fardiz Rayjen. Please come forward. The Dr. Ernest G. Napolitano Award is given in honor of the second president of Northeast College of Health Sciences, Dr. Ernest G. Napolitano. This memorial award is presented to members of the Doctor of Chiropractic graduating class who possess the qualities of Dr. Napolitano as an exceptionally effective communicator and leader. The recipients have also demonstrated distinguished community service both within and beyond the college community. The recipients of the Ernest G. Napolitano Award are Dane Anthony Barone and Rachel Lynn Prydell. Please come forward. Please welcome Dr. Jean Marie Burke, Dean of Faculty and Research, who will present the next awards.
The Lorraine Welch Memorial Award is presented to the Doctor of Chiropractic graduate who has assumed a position of leadership and has assisted their peers in furthering their educational goals. The recipient of the Lorraine Welch Memorial Award is Elizabeth Ann Dressel. The Frank E. Dean Memorial Award is presented to a Doctor of Chiropractic graduate who has displayed loyalty to the college, as evidenced by assisting in the recruitment of students and patients through speaking engagements or publications promoting Northeast College of Health Sciences to the public. The recipient of the Frank E. Dean Memorial Award is Fardis Reagan. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Nicholas Poirier, Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs, who will present the next awards.
The D.D. Palmer Memorial Award is presented to a member of the Doctor of Chiropractic graduating class who has demonstrated interest in and willingness to serve in the development and delivery of educational services within the profession and the outside community, as evidenced by participation in public education activities. The recipient has also participated as a teaching assistant, course review assistant, and/or tutor. The recipient of the D.D. Palmer Memorial Award is Jessica Kathleen Berlin. The Philip G. Striano Memorial Alumni Award is presented to a member of the Doctor of Chiropractic graduating class who has defined a posture of leadership. The recipient of this award has assisted in the growth and development of the institution through active participation within the Northeast College of Health Sciences community. The recipient of the Philip Striano Memorial Alumni Award is Lionel Harking. Please welcome Dr. Wendy Maneri, Dean of Clinical Education, who will present the next awards.
It is my honor to present the Libero A. Violini Health Center Awards. The recipients of the Health Center Awards are selected by the individual health centers, each location. These individuals have performed at a high level of excellence during their clinic tour in the area of patient evaluation and adjustive procedures. In addition to their personal development of these skills, candidates for this award have demonstrated an aptitude for assistance in the development of similar skills in other students. The recipients of the Health Center Awards are, for the Depew Health Center, Vyacheslav Svitko. For the Levittown Health Center, Dane Anthony Barone. And for the Seneca Falls Health Center, Rachel Lynn Prydell. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Peter Nicholas, Dean of Online Education, who will present the next awards.
The Sherry Lieberman Memorial Award is presented to a member of the Master of Science in Applied Clinical Nutrition graduating class who has demonstrated leadership and advocacy in the areas of integrated health and clinical nutrition. The recipient of the Sherry Lieberman Memorial Award is Laura D. Torres Badia. Laura could not be with us today, so I'm accepting the award on her behalf. The Art of Teaching Award is presented to a member of the Master of Science in Human Anatomy and Physiology instruction graduating class, who has gone beyond expectations in demonstrating the abilities of knowledge, passion, and leadership of an outstanding anatomy and physiology instructor, and best represents the Human Anatomy and Physiology instruction program. The recipient of the Art of Teaching Award is Natalie Boala Wade.
Thank you, presenters, and congratulations to all of our award recipients. Today, Northeast College of Health Sciences is proud to recognize faculty, students, and staff who have served in the United States military. These military members can be recognized by the red, white, and blue military honor cords that they are wearing at today's commencement. Thank you. On behalf of everyone here, for your dedication, commitment, and willingness to serve. I now invite these individuals, as well as any past or present military personnel in the audience, to please stand and be recognized for your service to our country. The Honors Awards for academic excellence are based upon the cumulative grade point averages of students at the conclusion of their curriculum. These students can be recognized by the gold honors cords that they are wearing today. Students who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.75 and above have earned the distinction of honors in their academic program. I would like to ask the students who have received the honors distinction in their academic program to please stand and be recognized. And I am honored to recognize the Northeast College of Health Sciences Doctor of Chiropractic senior clerks. These graduates participated in this honors level position at Northeast College outpatient health centers. Senior clerks provide assistance with educational, administrative, and patient care functions of the health center, as well as assisting fellow students with the transition into the clinical service phase of their education. Their service aids the continued growth and pursuit of academic excellence, leadership, and professional best practices. I would like to ask the graduates who served as senior clerks to please stand and be recognized. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Killen, and congratulations to all our award recipients. One of the high points of any graduation ceremony is the commencement address. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you today's commencement speaker, Dr. Charles Ventresca. Dr. Ventresca is a chiropractor and licensed acupuncturist practicing in Long Island, New York. He is a 1985 graduate of Northeast College of Health Sciences Forerunner, New York Chiropractic College, and went on to earn his acupuncture degree at Tri-State College of Traditional Chinese Medicine in 1985. He is nationally board certified in acupuncture by the NCCAOM. He has been in full-time practice for 36 years and is the founder of his current practice in Locust Valley, Birch Hill Natural Medicine. He was also one of the original practitioners at ProHealth, one of the first large multi-specialty practices in New York, where he was the director of acupuncture in the pain management and neurology department. During that time, Dr. Ventresca worked with professional athletic teams, including the New York Islanders and the New York Jets. He was also the first acupuncturist chiropractor on the U.S. Tennis Open medical team. Dr. Ventresca served on the faculty of New York Chiropractic College when the college was in Long Island from 1986 to 1991, where he taught orthopedic diagnosis, radiological diagnosis, cardiovascular diagnosis, and gastrointestinal diagnosis. He also taught anatomy and physiology at the New Center for Health Science Education and Research from 1988 to 1994. Dr. Ventresca served on the advisory board for the development of an acupuncture program for New York Chiropractic College and has been a Board of Trustees member for Northeast College of Health Sciences since 2015. Dr. Ventresca has been a strong promoter of living a natural lifestyle and is a lifelong student of healthy eating. In practice, he always valued kindness and generosity as a basis for compassionate patient care. On a personal note, since I've known Dr. Ventresca, he certainly walks his talk, and he's one of the most compassionate doctors I have ever met. With that, I can also say that he truly loves his alma mater. Dr. Ventresca, please join me at this podium.
Well, thanks, Dr. Meston, for that warm welcome. It was very sweet. And for asking me to participate in this joyful celebration. Also, many thanks to my fellow board members, President Emeritus, Dr. Frank Nietzsche, Chancellor, Dr. Ken Padgett, our administrators, our esteemed faculty members, staff, and support crew who all together as a village prepared you graduates for this lifelong journey that you now begin. And to you, our newest colleagues who are graduating today, to your families, friends, and loved ones, I am truly honored and humbled and mildly terrified to be here. I am among the crowd of most people for whom public speaking feels pretty scary. Yet the opportunity of sharing some of what I've learned with you graduates from these professions that I love has propelled me onto this stage today. All of us in attendance are awed by your accomplishments. The completion of these comprehensive programs during amazingly difficult times proves that you have grit, you have determination, and brilliance. So take a little time to rest. Take steps to reset, nourish yourselves, then get ready to have your life be one great ride. You're in the driver's seat, graduating now, poised to enter the workforce as chiropractors, nutritionists, health science educators. Realize that the world is really hungry for what you have to offer. Hands-on healing and whole food interventions are time-tested approaches that have miraculous benefits. You have the tools to teach and create healing and wholeness. This is important work. Each of you has walked a unique path. With your own stories, passions, and dreams, be willing to share these parts of yourself. I've learned that my effect on my patients is directly proportionate to my willingness to be myself and to offer love and compassion. What better intention can we have for work each day than to be able to use our hands, our intellect, and our hearts to make the world a healthier place? There's nothing more satisfying than to alleviate another person's suffering and to witness the miraculous changes in the quality of the lives you touch. I am grateful daily that this is what I get to do. I think of it as casting a stone into a calm pond and watching the ripples that form and move outward. Share yourselves. Be the best version of yourselves. Love the work and the people you work with, and you will have abundance, satisfaction, and meaning. You go out into the world and feel, as many of us do, that we have the greatest job on earth. Now, I entered the natural healing world, as perhaps some of you have too, as a result of personal health crisis when I was young. After seeing many healthcare practitioners, having a myriad of treatments, including 2 surgeries, I finally found wellness through inspiration and the effectiveness of chiropractic care, Chinese medicine, and nutritional counseling. The tools offered me then, rooted in hands-on healing, and coupled with the understanding of the body and nutrition, were amazingly effective. From my teachers and my doctors' kindness and generosity of time and their knowledge, and from their dedication and compassion, my healing and my life's work unfolded. But from where I stand now, 36 years into practice, I clearly see that it is compassion that augments the tools of healing tenfold. Compassion heals divides. Compassion makes the world a better place. People soften when they're approached with compassion. It is a philosophy to live by. Compassion literally means to suffer with. This is key, because in suffering with, we feel compelled to help alleviate the suffering in others. Glennon Doyle, author and activist, said this about compassion. Compassion does not just happen. Pity does, but compassion is not pity. It's not a feeling. Compassion is a viewpoint, a way of life, a perspective, a habit that becomes a discipline, and more than anything else, compassion is a choice we make that love is more important than comfort or convenience. So I'd like to speak to you of choosing compassion and building a widening perspective today. Out into the world you're going to go. A world with many problems, a pandemic, some political divisions, socioeconomic struggles, racial strife, violence, war, and an ecological crisis. These are challenging times, but challenging times are a clarion call for us all. As highly educated and fully feeling beings, you are called upon to offer up your talents and your care with kindness, generosity, and compassion, using your newly minted and sharpened tools of hand and intellect. You can make a difference, and it's in a world that needs you. It's a tall order requiring your daily intention to love and consistently offer compassion, even when you're in the midst of busy and demanding lives, and it takes practice. One principal way I have found to keep compassion as my guidepost is by cultivating a shift in my thinking. We can choose to make a habit of this perspective shift so that feeling with others becomes natural. When we get word of someone else's challenges, it gets us out of our own way, and our own problems diminish. This broadening of our perspective can happen automatically, and we can make it a regular practice. One easy way is by contemplating the vastness of this extraordinary universe that we live in. For example, the astronauts returning from the Apollo missions in the 1960s described a lifelong cognitive shift in awareness from their change in vantage point, which was later coined the overview effect. It must have been utterly remarkable to be in orbit around the moon and to glimpse Earthrise for the very first time, and then repeatedly. We've all seen the pictures. What they saw was our fragile and beautiful blue planet spinning on its axis while circling the sun in a solar system tucked away on one arm of our Milky Way galaxy of billions of stars, which is now known to be just one of trillions of galaxies that continue to move apart from each other at almost the speed of light. And we know that all of this, everything in this entire amazing universe, exploded into being from an infinitely dense, tiny point 13.7 billion years ago in the Big Bang. When you think about it, everything, it's awe-inspiring. We could stop for one moment, we can stop often. We can simply pause or meditate or slow down enough to take in that kind of widened awareness. And in widening our perspective, as they say, shift happens. In that Apollo mission, the astronauts recognized that there were no borders between nations. There were no separations on this planet of any kind. What they saw was one precious, fragile ball of unified life, seemingly on its own in an unfathomable expanse of space. From this broadened view, we understand that we are living on this pale blue dot together. All terrestrial life, interconnected more deeply than we sometimes realize. And as we dip into this expanded view more, we see the connections binding all of us. In this understanding of our interconnectedness, we are called upon to be faithful stewards of this earth and of each other. Essentially, we're called upon to care more. Now, Albert Einstein saw that we easily get lost in separateness. He said a human being is part of the whole universe, a part limited in time and space, but he experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, but it's a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. You see, Einstein knew that all of creation, including each of us, is part of a continuum of connected energy and matter. And in the deepest teachings of all religions, of the masters, saints, yogis, and prophets, this is what they knew. Siddhartha Gautama, 2,500 years ago, the Buddha, said at the end of his life, after walking the planet and teaching for 45 years, I can sum up all of my teachings in one lesson. There is no I, me, or mine. In other words, we are not separate. We can know this and live with this knowing when we broaden our perspective. Slowing down, praying, meditating, even being in nature, appreciating more, feeling with the people in our lives are all possible entry points to this awareness. From this connected viewpoint, sharing kindness and being generous with our resources and our wisdom, and showering others with compassion happens effortlessly. Now, this would be the time in the speech to sum up everything with an inspiring ending, but there's one more thing to add first. I am not much of a fan of the glass half empty, glass half full theory. The glass is overflowing. And from the way I see it, 99.9% of it is good. If you just count up all the things that go right each day, which we take for granted, like the fact that our hearts and our lungs function all night while we sleep, that thousands of chemical reactions keep all of our cells and organs functioning properly without us having to think about it, that we have gravity that holds us in place, we have an atmosphere that the trees and the plants replenish daily, and that our earth is exactly the perfect Goldilocks distance from the sun to support this wonderful life. And most importantly, the majority of people are really good. Their actions sometimes, but good. News media organizations, on the other hand, tend to focus on that 0.1% of things that are bad. And it tends to be easy to fall into that trap. But we can compare our problems to the enormity of this perfect universe and see them as manageable storms in tiny teacups. So be mindful and look for the good. You are poised with the knowledge, skills, and intellect honed by higher education. And it's enough to know that learning is lifelong. Your education continues, and the mastery of your craft will evolve as your desire to alleviate suffering refines your expertise. You have tremendous potential to make a difference in a world that needs you. Remember, authentically share yourselves. Cast the largest stone, the widest net of love. Bring your heart with you every day to work. And nourish an overview of life that focuses on how interconnected we truly are. And with your widened perspective, create a wave of compassion that makes the world a better place. Congratulations on your degree. We welcome you as colleagues in the practice and art and science of healing. And if you only remember one thing from my speech today, let it be that it's all mostly good.
Well done. Thank you, Dr. Ventresca. We now begin the presentation of candidates. Dr. Ann Killen, Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs, will present the candidates for the doctorate and master's degrees.
Dr. Meston, I acknowledge with the authority and approval of the Northeast College of Health Sciences faculty that the graduates present have or shall be qualified to receive the degrees for which they have been recommended. And in recognition thereof, permission has been granted for the degrees to be appropriately conferred.
Thank you, Dr. Killen. Dr. Killen, will you please assist me in presenting the candidates? Dr. Poirier and Dr. Nicholas, will you please call the names of each graduate as they process across the stage?
It is now my pleasure to present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. Dr. Cody James Arthur, honors. Dr. Fardies Reagan. Dr. Clarence Hugh, honors. Dr. Jacob David Madlock. Dr. Gregory Allen Crickard. Dr. Vladislav Shvitko. Dr. Jacob D. Russell. Dr. Rachel Lynn Prydell. Dr. Elizabeth Ann Dressel, honors. Dr. Jessica Kathleen Berlin. Dr. Dane Anthony Barone. Dr. Michael T. Maroney. Dr. Ty Joseph Melillo, assisting in the hooding is his father, Dr. Robert Melillo. Dr. Eric Serge Waffle. Dr. Jacob Robert Rudell. Dr. Jesse Singh Seiko. Dr. Brett Patrick Cole. Assisting in the hooding is his sister, Dr. Kaylee Blumrick. Dr. Paola and Davila Sosa.
Congratulations.
Dr. Lionel R. King. We would also like to recognize a graduate of this class who is unable to attend today's ceremony. Dr. Kenneth Hin Lam, honors.
It is now my pleasure to present the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Applied Clinical Nutrition. Brittany Chanel Poincy, honors. Jennifer Lynn Way Withy, honors. Rebecca L. Spitaro Kearns. Joy Marie Trozzato. Mizin Idris, honors. Yelena Stankovic, honors. We would also like to recognize the graduates of this class who are unable to attend today's ceremony. Julia Allen, honors. James Paul Angelino, honors. Gabriella Anik, honors. Laura D. Torres Badia, honors. Debbie Beatty, honors. Sarah Breisch. Jordan Marie Carville, honors. Elaine S. Chen, honors. Sarah Elizabeth Kanye, honors. Kalpana Devulapalli, honors. Dr. Alexandra K. Fiore. Candace Gore, honors. Kevin Anthony Graham. Lauren Health. Honi Kandi, honors. Celeste Keogh. Andrea Jade Kiefer, honors. Kaya Lastly. Mary M. Lambden, honors. Jolene Elizabeth Marfone, honors. Jennifer Medina, honors. Erin Hope Phaneuf, honors. Kathy Ella Renee Novella Proctor. Brooke Skinner, honors. Sarah Lynn Stidham, honors. Nicolette Swierzes, honors. Alexandra Taylor, honors. Jessica Nicole Tucker, honors. Mercedes M. Wagaman, honors. Alyssa Zamola. It is now my pleasure to present the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Human Anatomy and Physiology Instruction. Dr. Fawad Ahmed Majidi. Dr. John Khan Dang. Natalie Boala Wade. Dr. Deanna O'Dwyer Swenson. Assisting in her hooding is her husband, Dr. David Swenson. Dr. Sarah Louise Montessa, honors. Dr. Deborah Lee Bader, honors. Erin Dana Hanford, honors. Dr. Helena Victoria Fosnot, honors. We would also like to recognize the graduates of this class who are unable to attend today's ceremony. Dr. Brittany M. Adewoye, honors. Dr. Chance Charlton, honors. Dr. Spencer Gardner, honors. Dr. Amanda Elizabeth Gerke, honors. Dr. Stacy L. Jones, honors. Dr. Judith Marie Linda Labarge, honors. Dr. Delia Lafarge, honors. Dr. Donna F. Schultz, honors. Blythe Taylor, honors. Teresa Van Skyver, honors.
Thank you. Will all the graduates please rise? Upon recommendation of the faculty and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Northeast College of Health Sciences and the Regents of the University of the State of New York, I hereby confer upon you, as appropriate to your course of study, the degree for which you have been recommended, along with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You may now move your tassel from right to left, signifying your accomplishment. Congratulations to each of you. Wowza. You may be seated. I now invite all doctors of chiropractic present with us today to renew their words of commitment by reciting the chiropractic oath with this class. The oath can be found in a commencement program. The honor of administering the chiropractic oath belongs to Dr. Wendy Maneri. Dr. Maneri.
It is indeed a privilege to request the graduates of Northeast College of Health Sciences and Doctors of Chiropractic here today to please stand, raise their right hands, and recite after me the solemn chiropractic oath. I do hereby affirm before all that I hold sacred and these assembled witnesses that I will keep this oath and stipulation to hold in esteem and respect those who taught me the chiropractic healing art, to follow the methods of treatment and best practices that according to my ability and judgment I consider for the benefit of my patients, to abstain from unethical behavior, to stand ready at all times to serve humanity, with commitment to excellence. I will practice my art. I will at all times consider the patients under my care of supreme importance. I will provide the care which I have been taught to give by my alma mater. Through lifelong learning, I will keep my skills and mind sharp. I will hold in confidence all things revealed to me as a doctor of chiropractic. While I continue to keep this oath solemn, may it be granted to me to enjoy life in the practice of chiropractic. Congratulations, doctors.
You may be seated. I'd like to welcome Mr. Fawad Mahidi, Student Government Association Executive President, who has the distinct honor of addressing this class in the audience. Will Fawad please join me at the podium?
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Meston. It's an absolute honor to be standing here today on behalf of the student body to offer this address. Not only am I personally graduating today, but I get to do so alongside my colleagues, my peers, and my friends. They say time flies when you're having fun. As we reflect, I can think of no better way to describe our journey here. Lots and lots of fun. Through the sleepless nights and the heavy course load, we can look back now and say, we did it. I'm sure we can all remember the first day of orientation, getting to know each other, to now, sitting here together, ready to begin the first day of the rest of our lives. As we celebrate this joyous occasion, it's important to acknowledge that we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into when we joined our programs. They told us a little bit about the hard work and the course load, but not about what we really had to overcome in order to get here. Perseverance, self-discipline, adversity, accountability, all of which you guys have achieved in order to get here. As we leave Northeast, I could not be more excited with what the future has in store for all of us. We all leave here with a strong foundation in education and skills that will allow us to excel in our future endeavors. As we pursue this next chapter, I encourage you all to continue to pursue excellence. Continue to be the best versions of yourselves and be the positive change and the advocates for that positive change that you hope to see in the world. On behalf of the student body here at the Northeast College of Health Sciences, we wish you nothing but good health, prosperity, and the best of luck moving forward. Congratulations, everyone. And enjoy this moment. Cherish it, because it's moments like these that become everlasting memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Fawad. Well done. I'd like to introduce Dr. Jessica Walker, instructor of the Foundational Sciences Department, who has the distinct honor of presenting the faculty address. Dr. Walker.
Is she not here?
Congratulations, doctors and newly minted Masters of Science. So I know you're probably eager to begin your celebrations, so I'll make my remarks brief. But I did want to share a short story with you today. As some of you may know, I am an avid gardener, and each year, just before spring, I really geek out a little bit, and I spend way too much time actually planning my garden. I map everything out and take over the kitchen table to inventory my seeds, much to the displeasure of my chef partner. I make a giant list of seeds that I need to order, and then I actually spend weeks paring this down. It's a huge undertaking. I spend time preparing each of my beds for planting and add fresh soil from my compost bins. One year, in early May, I wanted to prepare one of my raised beds to plant cucumber seeds. I ordered the seeds and gathered my tools, but when I approached the bed, I saw this tiny little seedling. It looked like an edible plant, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was, and so I started to remove it, just as I had with all my other beds. But something stopped me. My curiosity got the better of me, and I thought, I have some time, I'll let it grow, and that way at least I can see what kind of plant it is. A few weeks passed with ample rain and good temperatures, and the little seedling began to grow into a large flowering vine. At this point, when I returned to prepare my bed for cucumbers, I couldn't bring myself to remove this hardy little grower. It had completely taken over the bed. So again, I decided to wait and see. And it turned out that this vine produced the sweetest cantaloupe I had ever tasted. It must have come from seeds in my composted soil, because I've actually never grown cantaloupe in my garden before. As it happens that year, this disruption in my plans actually didn't cause me to lose anything. My neighbor had enough cucumbers so that we could do a veggie swap, and I still had my cucumbers. The reason I'm telling you this story is to illustrate one of the most important lessons that I have learned. Don't become so focused on plans and expectations that you refuse to accept the unexpected opportunities that life presents. If you nurture those opportunities and allow them to grow, sometimes the surprises that life throws at you can provide a better future than you ever imagined or planned for. As you celebrate your achievements today, I challenge you to take some time to reflect on that day when all of this started. Journey back with me in your mind to the day when you attended your orientation or you first signed up for your online program. What were your dreams? What were your goals? Did this experience work out exactly as you planned? While some of the plans you made obviously did work out, you are sitting here today after all, I'm sure you never planned for all the friendships you would make, the unique experiences you have had, and the challenges you have faced. And I am 100% sure that none of you planned for a global pandemic as part of your educational experience. Just as a side note, if you did, you should probably switch careers now and go to Vegas. Yet you persevered through all of these experiences and challenges and took advantage of opportunities that were presented in order to sit here today having earned the title of Doctor or Master of Science. In my experience, it's these things, the things we don't look for, but adapt to or accommodate, that provide the most growth and opportunity in life. The surprises life presents us with may not always be a sweet, juicy cantaloupe. Sometimes it will present us with thorny weeds. But if we remain open and embrace these experiences for what they are, then we can learn from them. Today, we celebrate the happy end to one stage of your professional journey. But this is also the beginning of a new story, a new adventure. I'm sure some of you have plans for what you think the future will hold, and I'm sure some of you are still trying to figure this out. and that's okay. But for all of you, as you journey forward, be careful of being too attached to one version of the future. Perfection, is not a realistic concept. So when life takes you somewhere new, or presents you with a new challenge or a surprise, remember to face it with an open mind, because that's when we grow the most. Congratulations and good luck on this next phase of your journey.
Thank you, Dr. Walker. Graduates, family, friends, and guests, it has been my pleasure today to preside over perhaps the most significant ceremony held at this institution. We at the college thank all of you in the audience today for participating in this commencement. Our pride in the individuals graduating today is not something displayed just for ceremony. The pride we at the college feel for the achievement of today's graduates has grown out of an ongoing learning relationship fostered over many, many hours of mutual endeavor, and together we have achieved our goal. Graduates, you have learned what you need to know to start into practice, and you have learned how to continue your lifelong quest for knowledge. Today, the health science professions gain a very promising addition. Your future patients, clients, and students will be fortunate to have you as a mentor, a partner in their quest for health and knowledge. We are proud of you. We have confidence in you, and I now send you out in the world to lead, to make your own opportunities, to make life better for others, and find joy in serving humanity. Congratulations on your graduation and best wishes for your next adventure. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Please remain seated for the benediction. Dr. Stokes.
As we leave this place to go out into a world so in need of healing, let us be inspired by a prayer that's attributed to St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, let me offer pardon. Where there is discord, let me create harmony. Where there is falsehood, let me offer truth. Where there is doubt, let me inspire faith. Where there is despair, let me offer hope. Where there is shadow, let me bring you light. Where there is sadness, let me bring joy. Go now to love and serve the world. Amen.
Dr. Mullen, if you would please join me.
The commencement exercises of Northeast College of Health Sciences are officially closed.